We're in the endgames now. And if you're a day one WoW player who has run through most of their crystal sovereigns but still have a few left, like maybe 5 at most, then you're just now reaching Union level 60. Congratulations, you are now an official end game player. Welcome to the hell that is the end game grind. With that being said, what does Union level 60 unlock for you? Well, you could finally attain the peak of your potential, level 90. I'm Void Enigma, and I'll be going over just what to do when you hit Union level 60 and what changes are made to the various stamina activities and Wuthering waves. Level 90 makes a lot of the content much easier to clear, including Tower of Adversity and holograms. You see, your characters are severely nerfed for being underleveled, so increasing your character's level will massively increase your overall damage. The main focus from here should be maxing out your main carries. For example, on my account specifically, I'll be maxing out Chun-Li, Jian, Rover, Chixia, and Yinlin, since they are the ones that contribute to the damage on my account. Rip Calcharo, but I think I'm going to raise the next Electro carry. After that, focus on the weapons. These can be very expensive, so just be warned. Don't even worry about the Forte upgrades until the characters and weapons are maxed. From there, it's time to raise your other nuggets, such as your sub DPS. In my case, this would be Mortefi, Sanhua, and Dungeon. These 3 4-stars are the best in the game, and you really should be prioritizing raising each of them. They are all going to be useful in the future, especially Mortefi and Sanhua, and Dungeon pairs really well with Havoc Rover. You will eventually want to get them to level 90, but since they aren't the brunt of your damage, level 80 is suitable. You can leave your healers at level 60 or 70 for now, but make sure that their echoes are at least decently raised, being at around plus 15. With that being said though, we are starved for resources, aren't we? The thing is, once you start maxing out characters, which is a long and arduous process mind you, then you can begin to stockpile resources. We are nowhere near that level now, so of course, we should have gotten an upgrade to the drops at Union level 60, right? Well, not quite, unfortunately. The upgrades for Union level 60 are very minimal. The biggest upgrade is that the bosses will guarantee a drop of 4 instead of it being dropped at a percentage chance. You'll guarantee to get 4, which means that you can actually upgrade 1 carry per day if you use all of your stamina in that day. In addition, the weekly bosses will now drop 3 materials much more consistently, so that's a plus. Unfortunately, the Tacit Field and Forgery drops get minuscule upgrades. You can get like 2 purples, and when you get a gold, that's going to be a pretty good jump scare for the Forgery domains, but it's still not as much of an increase as what I would like. We'll still be resource starved for quite a while until we finally get a lot of our characters maxed up, and then we'll actually be able to sit back and stock up. So from here, you'll want to slowly raise your main characters and weapons to level 90, and then work on getting your sub DPSs to level 80 and potentially ascending them. Then, slowly work on the Forte. I would recommend getting the necessary skills to level 8. You don't really need to focus on maxing all of them, as this can get expensive really fast. So consider leaving character skills at level 6 if it's just their intro or basic attack, or just leave them unleveled entirely if they don't use it. That depends on each character, so you'll have to know the skill priority for each character. For example, for someone like Jian, you only need to level up his Liberation, Forte Circuit, and skill, the skill being the last priority. But for someone like Chun-Li, the same applies, except the priority goes from the Forte to the Liberation to the skill. These characters don't really prioritize their basic attack, so you could just leave them at level 6 or just not level them. But for the sake of the overworld, so you don't tickle the enemies, you'll want to level the basic attacks a bit. The true endgame grind starts now, and if you thought you were resource starved before, then boy, you're in for the long haul now. So while grinding for materials and credits may take weeks, liking this video just takes a few seconds. So go ahead and leave a like, it's much easier than grinding for materials, right? Let me know what you all feel about the progression from Union level 1 to Union level 60 in the comments below. We've been in the game for about 2 months now, and we are now finally at the final stage of the game's progression. Is this suitable progress? Considering we already have some characters' equipments maxed out, I think that this is a major plus, right? Remember that you can get a ton of resources from the shops, quests, and passively by killing monsters. This is really only for the tryhards out there, so don't think about it too hard if you don't really care about leveling that quickly. With the next version update, we will get an influx of materials, so we will be able to make some progress then. Just take it slow and know that eventually the grind will be over. Until, of course, the next waifu or husbando comes out and reaps all of your progress that you've made in mere seconds or minutes. Go ahead and leave a like on this video and consider subscribing if you made it this far. Until next time, Enigma out.